got our president and CEO, Gary Stokan, who I will introduce. And Gary, why don't you tell us a little bit about the bowl game and the matchup?
Thanks, Matt. I also want to introduce David Epps, our COO, back there in the back, our Vice President of Marketing. They did wear their khaki pants, Jim, today, so I forgot to, so I apologize. But first off, let me congratulate Coach Harbaugh and Ward Manuel and the team, the staff, and the administration for an outstanding season. To go 10-2 and to possibly win their 11th game and be only one of 10 teams in Michigan history in 139 years to do that is quite an accomplishment. So they're playing for a lot. We just saw a great event and a great amount of seniors up there. When you have, my kids are getting their Santa Claus, my grandkids are getting their Santa Claus pictures and FaceTiming me right now. So I apologize. I got 3 little grandsons, 3, 1.5, and 1, so I'm missing that. You know, to have 14 national championships between the two teams, to have 6 Heisman Trophy winners and 50 conference champions, we couldn't be any more thrilled to have number 7 Michigan against number 10 Florida in our game this year. We're going to be sold out, which is tremendous. It's going to be an electric atmosphere in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is the greatest stadium right now in the world. So to have the Wolverines to be the first Big Ten team that we'll have in 28 years in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, we're really excited. Tell you a little bit about our bowl game. We'll be played on December 29th at noon on ESPN, leading into the semifinal games. We will guarantee 72 degrees in Mercedes-Benz Stadium as the roof will be closed. We take great pride. We were founded 51 years ago, created to give back, created to as a charitable bowl game. And since 2002, we've given $31.8 million back to teams that have participated in our game and our kickoff game and our golf tournament. And that's the #1 bowl organization in the country out of all 41 bowl games. So, and this year, we'll take great pride in providing Michigan with a $100,000 endowed scholarship for playing in our game, as we will with the University of Florida also. We take great pride in providing, as I mentioned, I know a lot of you were at the event just now, but the reward for the players is the most important thing to us in our bowl game. Having competed athletically in college and basketball and coached in basketball in college, the reward for the players is the most important thing because they give it the winter, spring, summer, and fall. They're the ones that are out there giving it everything. And so, as I said, we have a theme we use, live, laugh, and learn. We want the players to live great, get great gifts, and travel first class, play in first class facility, stay in a first class hotel, and eat great food. We're going to laugh. Our Battle of Bowl Week is a tremendous amount of fun. We go to the College Football Hall of Fame, which, you know, Devin Bush, an All-American this year, could potentially find himself 5-10 years down the road actually being put in the College Football Hall of Fame. So we want these kids to go through the College Football Hall of Fame and aspire to one day be in there, just like Charles Woodson's going to be going to the Hall this year. So we'll have a great dinner in there. We'll show them the College Football Hall of Fame, and then we have a family feud. That's the last event of our Battle for Bowl Week, which I talked about. We have a 40-pound WWE belt that every night the players compete for something, and they win or lose. And if you win, you got to give that belt back the next day because we got another competition coming. So the players love that. And then again, learn to have Congressman Lewis and Andy Young and C.T. Vivian. You know, if you've seen the movie Selma, Congressman Lewis was 19 years old when he led the student civil rights movement for Dr. King. And he talks about when he walked across the Selma Bridge of putting a backpack on when he woke up that morning. Well, all these kids are wearing backpacks. He was 19 years old, and he talks about putting an apple, toothbrush, toothpaste, and a book in his backpack. And as he got on top of the crest of the bridge, Hosea Williams next to him said, "John," as they looked over and saw all those Alabama State police with billy clubs and on horses, etc., he said, "John, can you swim? Because I think I'm going to jump off the side of this bridge and swim in." And John said, "I can't swim, and I'm marching over the bridge." At 19 years old, He marched over that bridge, got hit over the head, cracked his skull open. He had a concussion, didn't get rushed to the hospital, got rushed to jail. And to hear John Lewis talk about that, and Andy Young, who was the right-hand man to Dr. King, talk about it's a history lesson that they can actually live and see and learn. The players are on the edge of their seat. So that's part of that whole student athlete. You know, we want them to learn. So it's a great week. You know, I hope you all come down, see Atlanta if you haven't been. It's a great place to come to, and it's going to wind up be a tremendous game with, you know, the #1 defense in the country. Florida averages 34.5 points. Defense travels, so we know the defense is going to show up, and I think the challenge is going to be on both offenses, on both these teams to make something happen in our game. So we couldn't be any more proud to have the University of Michigan, who's never played in our bowl game before, to represent the Big Ten and to represent the University of Michigan in our game. So with that, what I'd like to do is, and I hope he'll accept, I hope he doesn't turn us down, provide the letter of invite to Ward Manuel. Ward, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. I will not turn this down, and we are honored to accept this invitation to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, play Florida on December 29th. You know, I'm very proud of this team and what we accomplished this year. This is a great bowl game for them, for our coaches to continue to coach, for our players to have a chance to play, for our families, and of our players to come down and our staff to be there. It is a great opportunity. I started my family in Atlanta, so it's a special place for me and my wife, Chrislyn. Our daughter was born down there in Atlanta, so I look forward to coming back to represent the big team as the first team to go back down there in 28 years. That's remarkable, that amount of distance. Having played as Gary did in college and collegiately, having played with Jim and going to bowl games, this is a tremendous experience for them. I want to thank Gary and his staff for all the work that they've done with our staffs thus far. I could just tell you from the reaction of our staffs in what they're saying to us coming back, this is going to be a great experience for our student athletes and for them to really enjoy not only the competition but the experience of Atlanta and to learn. And so I love sort of the theme that you all have put on this game. And so for me, this is a happy day for us. You know, obviously it happened on Sunday. We knew when I called Jim at 3:02 or whatever when we talked, he was also very happy. And so I'll just say before I turn it over to Coach Harbaugh, thank you. We look forward to this game against a great opponent in Florida. I've known Scott Strickland for a long time. He's a great man. Coach Mullins has run a great program. Every place he's been, he's had success. And so looking forward to going down there and competing and being in Atlanta and experiencing all that Atlanta has to offer. So I'll turn it over to Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah, just very excited to listen to Gary talk about the game. A lot of our staff has had a chance to go down to Atlanta and preview the bowl set up there, and it's outstanding. I've had a chance to talk to some other coaches in the profession who've been to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, and all reports are first class and top notch. And you know, we're excited about all the precedents that Gary and Ward both mentioned, and representing our conference on the national stage, being in a New Year's Six Bowl, and hungry for another win. That's our mindset. So thrilled as well. Get me fired up. Listen to you talk.
Thank you. We look forward to it. Thank you.
Jim, I was just here. You mentioned getting the 11th victory. Is that the primary motivation going into this bowl game? What else? What other types of things you put in front of your team?
Yeah, that'd be the primary one. You know, getting our team prepared to play a really good, uber talented, you know, twitched up team like Florida. You know, that's a great challenge, and competition's always the best part, and and the objectives to win, hungry for that 11th win.
Chris?
Jim, I'm sure you've already probably started watching film on Florida. What do you see from them on film that catches your eye?
Yeah, really talented, uber talented, twitched up. I mean, they can run and move, and Coach Mello does a great job. And he's done a really good job with this team, and you know, a lot of preparation to go. It's begun. Started our practices yesterday and continue tomorrow.
Angelique? We know Rashawn's not playing. Jim, any other players decided not to play in the game?
I let them, you know, make that decision or announcement.
But you expected?
I don't make announcements concerning that.
Brock Larry?
Give us an update on Devin Bush, how he's doing after his injury.
Yeah, he's rehabbing and coming along good.
Bob?
Jim, just follow up, obviously you saw the rumors floated out there about the NFL stuff again, and you responded to it to ESPN. Strongly, are you tired of hearing the rumors? What do you think when you hear somebody saying Jim Harbaugh's going to the NFL?
I addressed that, Bob.
What was the mentality at practice yesterday? What was the team like?
It was good. You know, it was better than any I can remember where there was a break, you know, of 2 weeks where the team came back sharp and good. So I was really pleased, and as were the other coaches who remarked, you know, had the same feeling, and in watching the tape, I really felt the guys were crisp and sharp, and that's, you know, that was really encouraging.
Dr. John?
Maybe a quick word on Chase as the MVP. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, there's so many guys that were, you know, played at a very valuable level, most valuable level throughout our football team, and all made, you know, huge impacts. It's a team sport, you know. That's the nature of football, where there's 11 on the field at one time, and offense, defense, special teams, and so many valuable players, and you know, the team recognized the one they thought was the most valuable, and congratulations to Chase. He was very deserving as well.
Angelique? What is your reaction when you hear these rumors that keep popping up, it seems like every year, about Jim?
I think you addressed that the other day too, didn't you?
I did, and let me just add this: Jim is one of the greatest coaches, college or pro, and so I think it's to his credit that his name continually pops up. But I think, as I said before, you know, when we think about bringing student athletes here, we want the best, and we have the best coach. I just hope that people understand, and particularly our recruits and people in that world, our team, don't get dissuaded because people put out these rumors, which this man deserves because of his ability to coach. But let's draw back on the every year, as soon as there's an opening, you know, all of a sudden, because his name's mentioned, that he's not going to be here. And as I said, he and I have a great relationship. We talked about this from the first year on. I have full faith in Jim, in the person that he is, and the leader that he is of this team. And I'm so happy that he's our coach. And I look forward to him coaching, as I said before, until he retires from Michigan and ends his career here.
Aaron?
How do you follow up? Jim, why did you choose to give off those comments now? Why did you come out today and say those things?
So to make a statement of it, to go on record and to not be asked anymore after that by people that like to yap and ask questions.
You can ask about,
Can I have one more?
no.
We just haven't had a chance to talk to you since Urban Meyer stepped down from Ohio State. I wonder if you had any reaction.
No.
Oh, I went back, I'm sorry. Yep.
Jim, every year, I know you go through the last game with your group of seniors, but this senior group seems really special and really close. So what are the emotions going to be like for you going out there one last time?
Oh, it's, for people that, I'll try to describe it for you for those that weren't in the locker room and in South Bend, when the team had adversity in the opening game and the way the team came back and won 10 straight games, to be in that locker room at Northwestern, that effort that the team put out and they did week after week after week, and the quality of play and the way they practiced and prepared, that locker room after the Penn State game, after the Wisconsin game, that to feel the team growing and building and coming together, great feeling of winning and wonderful, the thrill of victory, that to go through that with this team and to have an opportunity to do that again is, very much looking forward to that. Looking forward to the preparation, the practice, and the eventual game.
Got time for a couple more. On the right, Nick.
Jim, did you have any, right here, did you have any, after the season ended until now, if you had any, you noticed the angle from those guys, if they bounced back, or you wanted to in terms of work balance, I know you're up recruiting a lot, but how their attitude?
Yeah, and also the great feeling, in East Lansing and winning that ball game. So many after the Nebraska game, after so many tremendous victories with this team, and then to see them come back after the time off they had. As I said, I thought they were really sharp. I thought they were really crisp in their practice and retention too of everything that we're doing. So I think we're off to a really good start and really excited about playing in the Peach Bowl.
Fantastic.
Last question, Angelique. Gary, you said, is it a sellout or?
Yeah, we're sold out. The only, Michigan has tickets and Florida has tickets, but all the other tickets, the game are sold out. So we expect, and we've even sold out all the expandable seats, which there's about 3,500 of those. So it's going to be, probably about 74,000 people in there.
First three and a half days, and I say 3.5 because it was Thursday afternoon. I asked my staff where we were, and they said we were over 7,500 tickets sold at this point. So I'm not sure where we stand today, but that was 3.5 days into it. We were already at 7,500. So very, very happy with our fans, and know as these decisions are made, I know they'll be down there in full support, full throttle for us. So.
All right. Thanks, guys.